Muay Thai is a combat sport from the Muay martial arts of Thailand that uses stand-up striking along with various clinching techniques. This physical and mental discipline, which includes combat on foot, is known as the art of 8 limbs, because it is characterized by the combined use of fists, elbows, knees, shins and feet, being associated with a good physical preparation that makes a full-contact fighter very efficient. Muay Thai became widespread internationally in the 20th century, when practitioners defeated notable practitioners of other martial arts. A professional league is governed by the World Muay Thai Council. Etymology: the word muay derives from the Sanskrit mavya, which means to bind together. History: Muay Boran, and therefore Muay Thai, was originally called by more generic names such as Pahuth, Toy Muay or simply Muay. As well as being a practical fighting technique for use in actual warfare, Muay became a sport in which the opponents fought in front of spectators who went to watch for entertainment. These Muay contests gradually became an integral part of local festivals and celebrations, especially those held at temples. Eventually, the previously bare-fisted fighters started wearing lengths of hemp rope around their hands and forearms. This type of match was called Muay Thai. Kickboxing was also a component of military training and gained prominence during the reign of King Naresuan in 1560 CE. Muay Thai is referred to as the art of 8 limbs, or the science of 8 limbs, because it makes use of punches, kicks, elbows and knee strikes, thus using 8 points of contact, as opposed to 2 points in boxing and 4 points used in other more regulated combat sports, such as kickboxing and savate. A practitioner of Muay Thai is known as a Nak Muay. Western practitioners are sometimes called Nak Muay Farang, meaning foreign boxer. 19th century, the ascension of King Chulalongkorn to the throne in 1868 ushered in a golden age not only for Muay but for the whole country of Thailand. Muay progressed greatly during the reign of Rama V as a direct result of the king's personal interest in the sport. The country was at peace and Muay functioned as a means of physical exercise, self-defense, recreation, and personal advancement. Masters of the art began teaching Muay in training camps where students were provided with food and shelter. Trainees would be treated as one family, and it was customary for students to adopt the camp's name as their own surname. Scouts would be sent by the royal family to organize matches between different camps. Modernization: King Rama VII pushed for codified rules for Muay, and they were put into place. Thailand's first boxing ring was built in 1921 at Suan Kulap. Referees were introduced and rounds were now timed by kick. Fighters at the Lumpini Kickboxing Stadium began wearing modern gloves, as well as hard groin protectors, during training and in boxing matches against foreigners. Traditional rope binding made the hands a hardened, dangerous striking tool. The use of knots in the rope over the knuckles made the strikes more abrasive and damaging for the opponent while protecting the hands of the fighter. This rope binding was still used in fights between Thais, but after the occurrence of a death in the ring, it was decided that fighters should wear gloves and cotton coverlets over the feet and ankles. It was also around this time that the term Muay Thai became commonly used, while the older form of the style came to be known as Muay Boran, which is now performed primarily as an exhibition art form. With the success of Muay Thai in the mixed martial arts, it has become the de facto style of choice for competitive stand-up fighters. As a result, Western practitioners have incorporated much more powerful hand-striking techniques from boxing, although some Thai purists accuse them of diluting the art. In 1993, the International Federation of Muay Thai Amateur, or IFMA, was inaugurated. It became the governing body of amateur Muay Thai, consisting of 128 member countries worldwide, and is recognized by Olympic Council of Asia. In 1995, World Muay Thai Council, the oldest and largest professional sanctioning organizations of Muay Thai, was set up by the Royal Thai government and sanctioned by the Sports Authority of Thailand. In 1995, the World Muay Thai Federation was founded via the merger of two existing organizations, and established in Bangkok as of August 2012. It had over 70 member countries. Its president is elected at the World Muay Thai Congress. Today, there are thousands of gyms spread out across the globe. folklore, Nai Khanomtom. According to Thai folklore, at the time of the fall of the ancient Siamese capital of mūaj.tʰāj Kingdom in 1767, the invading Burmese troops rounded up thousands of Siamese and took them to Burma as prisoners. Among them were a large number of kickboxers, who were taken to the city of Ava. In 1774, in the Burmese city of Rangoon, the Burmese king Thāj decided to organize a 7-day, 7-night religious festival in honor of Buddha's relics. The festivities included many forms of entertainment, such as the costume plays called lakay, comedies and farces, and sword fighting matches. At one point, King Thāj wanted to see how Muay Boran would compare to the Burmese Lethwai. Nai Khanomtom was selected to fight against the Burmese champion. The boxing ring was set up in front of the throne and Nai Khanomtom did a traditional Ikrup pre-fight dance, to pay his respects to his teachers and ancestors, as well as the spectators, dancing around his opponent. This amazed and perplexed the Burmese people, who thought it was black magic. When the fight began, Nai Khanomtom charged out, using punches, kicks, elbows, and knees to pummel his opponent until he collapsed. However, the Burmese referee said the Burmese champion was too distracted by the dance, and declared the knockout invalid. The king then asked if Nai Khanomtom would fight 9 other Burmese champions to prove himself. He agreed and fought them all, one after the other with no rest periods in between. His last opponent was a great kickboxing teacher from Rakhine. Nai Khanomtom mangled him by his kicks and no one else dared to challenge him. King Mangra was so impressed that he allegedly remarked, "Every part of the Siamese is blessed with venom." Even with his bare hands, he can fell 9 or 10 opponents. But his lord was incompetent and lost the country to the enemy. If he had been any good, there was no way the city of mūaj.tʰāj would ever have fallen. King Mangra granted Nai Khanomtom freedom along with either riches or 2 beautiful Burmese wives. Nai Khanomtom chose the wives as he said that money was easier to find. He then departed with his wives for Siam. Other variations of this story had him also winning the release of his fellow Thai prisoners. His feat is celebrated every March 17 as Boxers' Day or National Muay Boran Day in his honor and that of Muay Borans. Today, some have wrongly attributed the legend of Nai Khanomtom to King Naresuan, who spent his youth as a royal hostage in Burma while mūaj.tʰāj was a Burmese vassal. However, Nai Khanomtom and King Naresuan lived almost 2 centuries apart. Technique. Formal Muay Thai techniques are divided into 2 groups, Muay or major techniques and Muai or minor techniques. Muay Thai is often a fighting art of attrition, where opponents exchange blows with one another. This is certainly the case with traditional stylists in Thailand, but is a less popular form of fighting in the contemporary world fighting circuit where the Thai style of exchanging blow for blow is no longer favorable. Almost all techniques in Muay Thai use the entire body movement, rotating the hip with each kick, punch, elbow and block. Punching. The punch techniques in Muay Thai were originally quite limited, being crosses and a long circular strike made with a straight arm and landing with the heel of the palm. Cross-fertilization with Western boxing and Western martial arts mean the full range of Western boxing punches are now used: lead jab, straight cross, hook, uppercut, shovel and corkscrew punches and overhands, as well as hammer fists and back fists. As a tactic, body punching is used less in Muay Thai than most other striking combat sports to avoid exposing the attacker's head to counter strikes from knees or elbows. To utilize the range of targeting points, in keeping with the centerline theory, the fighter can use either the Western or Thai stance, which allows for either long-range or short-range attacks to be undertaken effectively without compromising guard. Elbow. The elbow can be used in several ways as a striking weapon: horizontal, diagonal upwards, diagonal downwards, uppercut, downward, backward spinning and flying. From the side it can be used as either a finishing move or as a way to cut the opponent's eyebrows so that blood might block his vision. The diagonal elbows are faster than the other forms, but are less powerful. The elbow strike is considered the most dangerous form of attack in the sport. There is also a distinct difference between a single elbow and a follow-up elbow. The single elbow is an elbow move independent from any other move, whereas a follow-up elbow is the second strike from the same arm, being a hook or straight punch first with an elbow follow-up. Such elbows, and most other elbow strikes, are used when the distance between fighters becomes too small and there is too little space to throw a hook at the opponent's head. Elbows can also be utilized to great effect as blocks or defenses against, for example, spring knees, side body knees, body kicks or punches. When well connected, an elbow strike can cause serious damage to the opponent, including cuts or even a knockout. Kicking. The two most common kicks in Muay Thai are known as the thip and the tḥāj or roundhouse kick. The Thai roundhouse kick uses a rotational movement of the entire body and has been widely adopted by practitioners of other combat sports. It is done from a circular stance with the back leg just a little ways back in comparison to instinctive upper body fighting where the legs must create a wider base. The roundhouse kick draws its power entirely from the rotational movement of the body. The hips. It is thought many fighters use a counter-rotation of the arms to intensify the power of this kick, but in actuality the power is from the hips and the arms are put in set position to get them out of the way. If a roundhouse kick is attempted by the opponent, the Thai boxer will normally check the kick, that is he will block the kick with his own shin. Thai boxers are trained to always connect with the shin. The foot contains many fine bones and is much weaker. A fighter may end up hurting himself if he tries to strike with his foot or instep. Knee, core doctor, k-degree aw squared et, a the boxer jumps up on one leg and strikes with that leg's knee. Core lower the boxer takes a step, jumps forward and off one leg and strikes with that leg's knee. Core thona, k-degree an, the boxer simply thrusts it forward but not upwards, unless he is holding an opponent's head down in a clinch and intend to knee upwards into the face. According to one written source, this technique is somewhat more recent than core dot or core loe. Supposedly, when the Thai boxers fought with rope-bound hands rather than the modern boxing gloves, this particular technique was subject to potentially vicious cutting, slicing and sawing by an alert opponent who would block it or deflect it with the sharp rope glove edges which are sometimes dipped in water to make the rope much stronger. This explanation also holds true for some of the following knee strikes below as well. Foot thrust. The foot thrust or literally foot jab is one of the techniques in Muay Thai. It is mainly used as a defensive technique to control distance or block attacks. Foot thrusts should be thrown quickly but yet with enough force to knock an opponent off balance. Clinch and neck wrestling. In Western boxing the two fighters are separated when they clinch. In Muay Thai, however, they are not. It is often in the clinch where knee and elbow techniques are used. To strike and bind the opponent for both offensive and defensive purposes, small amounts of stand-up grappling are used in the clinch. The front clinch should be performed with the palm of one hand on the back of the other. There are 3 reasons why the fingers must not be intertwined. 1. In the ring fighters are wearing boxing gloves and cannot intertwine their fingers. 2. The Thai front clinch involves pressing the head of the opponent downwards, which is easier if the hands are locked behind the back of the head instead of behind the neck. Furthermore, the arms should be putting as much pressure on the neck as possible. 3. A fighter may incur an injury to one or more fingers if they are intertwined, and it becomes more difficult to release the grip in order to quickly elbow the opponent's head. A correct clinch also involves the fighter's forearms pressing against the opponent's collarbone while the hands are around the opponent's head rather than the opponent's neck. The general way to get out of a clinch is to push the opponent's head backwards or elbow them, as the clinch requires both participants to be very close to one another. Additionally, the non-dominant clincher can try to swim their arm underneath and inside the opponent's clinch, establishing the previously non-dominant clincher as the dominant clincher. Muay Thai has several other variants of the clinch or chapkoa, TEAPK-EE, including arm clinch. One or both hands controls the inside of the defender's arm, and where the second hand if free is in the front clinch position. This clinch is used to briefly control the opponent before applying a knee strike or throw, side clinch, One arm passes around the front of the defender with the attacker's shoulder pressed into the defender's armpit and the other arm passing round the back, which allows the attacker to apply knee strikes to the defender's back or to throw the defender readily. Low clinch. Both controlling arms pass under the defender's arms, which is generally used by the shorter of two opponents. Swan neck. One hand around the rear of the neck is used to briefly clinch an opponent before a strike. Defense against attacks. Defenses in Muay Thai are categorized in 6 groups: blocking a Euro defender's hard blocks to stop a strike in its path so preventing it reaching its target, redirection a Euro defender's soft parries to change the direction of a strike so that it misses the target, avoidance a Euro moving a body part out of the way or range of a strike so the defender remains in range for a counter-strike. For example, the defender moves their front leg backwards to avoid the attacker's low kick, then immediately counters with a roundhouse kick. Or the defender might lay their head back from the attacker's high roundhouse kick then counter-attack with a side kick. Evasion a Euro moving the body out of the way or range of a strike so the defender has to move close again to counter-attack, for example defender jumping laterally or back from attacker's kicks. Disruption a Euro preempting an attack, for example with defender using disruptive techniques like jab, foot thrust or low roundhouse kick, generally called a leg kick, to the outside or inside of the attacker's front leg, just above the knee, as the attacker attempts to close distance. Anticipation a Euro defender catching a strike or countering it before it lands. Punches and kicks. Defensively, the concept of wall of defense is used, in which shoulders, arms and legs are used to hinder the attacker from successfully executing techniques. Blocking is a critical element in Muay Thai and compounds the level of conditioning a successful practitioner must possess. Low and mid-body roundhouse kicks are normally blocked with the upper portion of a raised shin. High body strikes are blocked ideally with the forearms and shoulder together, or if enough time is allowed for a parry, the glove, elbow, or shin will be used. Midsection roundhouse kicks can also be caught trapped, allowing for a sweep or counter-attack to the remaining leg of the opponent. Punches are blocked with an ordinary boxing guard and techniques similar, if not identical, to basic boxing technique. A common means of blocking a punch is using the hand on the same side as the oncoming punch. For example, if an orthodox fighter throws a jab, the defender will make a slight tap to redirect the punch's angle with the right hand. The deflection is always as small and precise as possible to avoid unnecessary energy expenditure and return the hand to the guard as quickly as possible. Hooks are often blocked with a motion sometimes described as combing the hair, that is, raising the elbow forward and effectively shielding the head with the forearm, flexed biceps and shoulder. More advanced Muay Thai blocks are usually in the form of counter-strikes, using the opponent's weight to amplify the damage that the countering opponent can deliver. This requires impeccable timing and thus can generally only be learned by many repetitions. Conditioning. Like most competitive full-contact fighting sports, Muay Thai has a heavy focus on body conditioning. Muay Thai is specifically designed to promote the level of fitness and toughness required for ring competition. Training regimens include many staples of combat sport conditioning such as running, shadow boxing, rope jumping, body weight resistance exercises, medicine ball exercises, abdominal exercises, and in some cases weight training. Thai boxers rely heavily on kicks utilizing the shin bone. As such, practitioners of Muay Thai will repeatedly hit a dense heavy bag with their shins, conditioning it, hardening the bone through a process called cortical remodeling. Training that is specific to a Thai fighter includes training with coaches on Thai pads, focus mitts, heavy bag, and sparring. The daily training includes many rounds of these various methods of practice. Thai pad training is a cornerstone of Muay Thai conditioning which involves practicing punches, kicks, knees, and elbow strikes with the trainer wearing thick pads which cover the forearms and hands. These special pads are used to absorb the impact of the fighter Euro unregistered trademark S strikes and allow the fighter to react to the attacks of the pad holder in a live situation. The trainer will often also wear a belly pad around the abdominal area so that the fighter can attack with straight kicks or knees to the body at any time during the round. Focus mitts are specific to training a fighter Euro unregistered trademark S hand speed, punch combinations, timing, punching power, defense, and counter-punching, and may also be used to practice elbow strikes. Heavy bag training is a conditioning and power exercise that reinforces the techniques practiced on the pads. Sparring is a means to test technique, skills, range, strategy, and timing against a partner. Sparring is often a light to medium contact exercise because competitive fighters on a full schedule are not advised to risk injury by sparring hard. Specific tactics and strategies can be trained with sparring, including in close fighting, clinching and kneeing only, cutting off the ring, or using reach and distance to keep an aggressive fighter away. Due to the rigorous training regimen, professional boxers in Thailand have relatively short careers in the ring. Many retire from competition to begin instructing the next generation of Thai fighters. Most professional Thai boxers come from the lower economic backgrounds, and the fight money is sought as means of support for the fighters and their families. Very few higher economic strata Thais join the professional Muay Thai ranks. They usually either do not practice the sport or practice it only as amateur Muay Thai boxers. Rules: 2013 Southeast Asian Games fights will be ruled by Southeast Asian Muay Federation. Other rules are those of International Federation of Muay Thai Amateur, IFMA, and subordinate organizations and other organizations recognized by IFMA. There have been tournaments where elbow strikes are only permitted in the last fight of each weight class. Attempt to unite boxing styles. At an ASEAN meeting in 1995 regarding the upcoming King's Cup Muay Thai competition, Cambodia wanted to rename Muay Thai as Sovanafom Boxing, or SEA Boxing, which represented Thailand, Cambodia, Laos and Myanmar. Sovanafom means Golden Land in Khmer and is written as Suvarnabhumi in Thai. The name refers to mainland Southeast Asia in the Indian language of Pali. Thailand would not compromise, stating that each Southeast Asian country including Cambodia's Pradal Saray has its own boxing style and that Thailand was responsible for making its kickboxing an international sport. At the 2005 Southeast Asian Games, Cambodia did not enter the Muay Thai event in protest of the name used to refer to the sport. Use in other combat sports, mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, like boxing and various forms of kickboxing, is recognized as a very effective striking base within MMA, and is very widely practiced among mixed martial artists. Fighters such as Morokai Rua, Wanderlei Silva, Jose Aldo, Renan Barre, Anderson Silva, Thiago Silva, Gina Carano and Cristian Santos employ a broad range of tactics born of Muay Thai. Countless other mixed martial artists have trained in the art and it is often taught at MMA gyms as is BJJ and wrestling. Many techniques associated with Muay Thai are often seen in MMA, such as punches, elbows, clinch fighting, high kicks, leg kicks and knees. See also: Champions of Champions Elite, Muay Thai in Popular Culture, Rajada Man Stadium, References. Further reading: Kratos, Panya, Muay Thai The Most Distinguished Art of Fighting, Phuket, Transit Press. ISBN A974-86841-9-9, Muay Thai The Essential Guide to the Art of Thai Boxing by Kratonii Moore Publisher in New Holland ISBN 1-84335-968. Boykin, Chad, Muay Thai Kickboxing The Ultimate Guide to Conditioning, Training and Fighting, Boulder, Colorado, Paladin Press. ISBN A1-58160-320-7 Belmer, Peter, Thai Kickboxing for Beginners, New York, New York, Lulu Press, ISBN A978-1-4116-9983-0 Pranakval, Kat, Muay Thai, A Living Legacy, Bangkok, Thailand, Spry Publishing Company, Limited. ISBN A974-92937-0-3A